All right, yo, welcome back. YouTube is definitely really hating on us, but at the same time, we realized that we kind of did make some errors. We weren't really showing the screen in our last presentation, so it gives us an opportunity to come back and get really in depth on the decode that we had, and we realized today in the first game of the doubleheader on TNT, right? And what actually happened today was one of the best cases of numerology happening in the NBA, right? Not often do you get such amazing and solid riddles. I'm going to show you guys how important just a handful of numbers, a fewer numbers were to today's game that we're highlighting, which was the Brooklyn Nets versus the Washington Wizards, right? Very obvious the riddle that was at play, and I'm gonna explain to you guys how it was all across the board, definitely screaming out to you and throughout the game. Definitely an amazing numerology synchronicity, and proving once again how scripted this stuff is, way beyond a coincidence. Nobody can chalk it up to the organic side of whatever matrix you want to say we live in. No, it's yet again another amazing example of gematria, when used correctly, being the best tool to predicting these scripted sports outcomes that we're watching live, right? The athletic actors that are playing out these athletic soap operas of entertainment right in front of our eyes. Okay, so if you're in here, click the like, smash it once the video goes up. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I want to say congratulations to my community, the people that have been here for such a long time, and the veterans that were able to identify and see exactly what was happening, right, with this specific game, and especially some of the lessons that I've taught them. I've given them the skeletons and the bones to kind of reverse engineer some of the work that we do on a daily basis. And because of those teachings and because of those lessons and because of the consistency in what we do, they were able to take multiple advantage throughout, not only prior to the game but throughout the game, jumping on positive return on investment, positive money line prices, all to have the Washington Wizards defeat the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm going to explain to you guys why exactly we loved that outcome to happen, right? Using numerology, using gematria the correct way, right? All right, let's get it. So let's get into it, okay? So congratulations, man, to the Washington Wizards, right? On defeating the Brooklyn Nets. Now, just on the surface, we're constantly speaking about numbers and their relationships. And one of the key numbers that we're going to speak about today is the number 29, right? So I'm going to highlight it right here because uh, and the Brooklyn Nets remained on 29 wins for the season. It's kind of small, but hopefully you guys can see it. The Brooklyn Nets remained on 29 wins, and the Washington Wizards remained on 29 losses for the season. Okay. Now, why that's important is because 29 is the 10th prime number, right? We also have Brooklyn on a streak right now. Streak equals 29, just bringing it back to that number 29. And they're on a losing streak, so the word loss equals 29 as well in single reduction. So Brooklyn, currently on a losing streak, remains on 29 while keeping Washington on 29 losses, 29 being the 10th prime number, today being the 10th day of the month, right? And this also being um, the 55th game of the season for the Brooklyn Nets. 29 plus 26 is 55. 55 is the 10th triangular and the 10th Fibonacci number. So 55 has a double connection to the number 10. 10th Fibonacci, 10th triangular. This is why it's so important to know numbers and their relationships to other numbers. So 55, double connection to 10. We're on the 10th day of the month, right? And the Brooklyn Nets, with this loss, have now lost 10 games in a row. Brooklyn Nets lose their 10th game in a row. Harden gets out just in time is the headline that one of these writers put up, right? So just connecting it back to the number 10, 29, Brooklyn Nets remained on 29 wins. The Washington Wizards remained on 29 losses, 29 the 10th prime, today being the 10th day of the month. Brooklyn Nets were playing their 55th game, the 10th triangle and 10th Fibonacci number, and they lost their 10th straight game on the 10th day of the month. And why that's important too, just cosmetically, Thursday equaling 100 in reverse ordinal. 100 could be broken down to the number 10. And I say that because of connection directly with the team name, the Wizards. Wizards equaling, 100, which can be broken down to 10. So all these connections to 10, where they're playing in their 55th game, the 10th Fibonacci, the 10th triangular, on the 10th day of the month, right? And who runs these games? Who runs the elite, right? It's not the positive energy, it's the negative energy. So look at this. Satan equals not only 55, but 10 in the purest cipher, right? So we know that these forces that control all these professional sports leagues are satanic energy, right? They worship the devil. They worship these satanic deities or gods or whatever the case may be. So how convenient. In their 55th game, the Brooklyn Nets pick up their 10th loss of the season, their 10th straight loss, right? On the 10th day of the month, while also remaining on 29 wins, the 10th prime number. Okay, it's amazing, really, the synchronicity that came together today. And then what are we speaking about, right? We're speaking about gematria. We're speaking about numerology, which equals 55 in the purest cipher. So these are the reasons why I'm bringing all these numbers together for you guys to see it and put the puzzles and the pieces together to make one big victory, right? Using gematria once again correctly, the correct way, consistently to put you in the winning column, right? Once you saw the 29s all on the board, you connected that back to 10. You connected the 55th game back to 10, and you saw that the Brooklyn Nets could lose their 10th game in a row. Too obvious to play at, right? And then what do we speak about all the time? Pay attention and be very observant of what goes on through these games. A lot of times, the first quarter score or the halftime score could be very indicative of what's going to happen in the game, or the numbers that we're speaking about specifically can foreshadow, the outcome. What happened at halftime? The Washington Wizards scored 24 points in the first quarter, 31 points in the second quarter, for a combined number of 55 points in the first half. At the end of the first half, the number was right there, smack right in front of you guys. 55, the 10th triangle, the 10th Fibonacci number, all the 10s all across the board. And, they kind of were showing you that. It was a really, really important foreshadow. And then the Brooklyn Nets took as big as a 9-point lead throughout this game, right? So what that did was provide multiple live opportunities throughout the game to get almost a positive return on investment, positive ROI of almost 2 to 1. In some cases, maybe even a little bit over 2 to 1. For a comeback Washington Wizards victory. So, congratulations to my veterans and my Sharks that have been a part of this community for so long, that know what to look out for, that, have taken what I've taught them and actually put it into place themselves, and actually are attacking these riddles, and are well aware of numbers and their very, very important relationships to other numbers. 29 being a very, very key number, especially when you see that it's on the 10th day of the month, a possible 10-game losing streak, and all the other 10 connections that we pointed out. So all those things, put together with just making a perfect numerology and gematria synchronicity that was too perfect to pass up, right? So not only was Washington Wizards minus 125, minus 120 money line prior to the game, you could have jumped back in multiple times and got an even better positive money line price. In some cases plus 150, plus 180, even as high as over 200, 2 to 1 on your money for a comeback win, which is exactly what they did. And once again, Gematria reigns supreme, and it's all about numerology and using this stuff the correct way, right? We've been doing this now going on 3 years, and this was too amazing of a riddle not to make a video and point out these specific numbers. For anybody who uses numerology and studies gematria, they know how important the number 55 is, you know, to just numbers in general. So that overall connection with the back to the number 10, 29, the 10th prime, the 10th losing streak on the 10th day of the month, 2 perfect, and everybody in my community should have been able to take advantage of this. And I've already received so many positive messages and so many amazing tickets and receipts from people who were able to do exactly that, jump in on this game, and you know, benefit themselves financially, as well as bankroll wise, and you know, just gearing them up for more you know, for more future attacks, and responsibly, aggressively attacking the right riddles on the right day, and you know, supporting the right person, the right decoder, and the right community, right? So I definitely appreciate all the positive wishes I've already received, you know, when it comes to this specific riddle today. And you know, I want to shout out definitely my veterans. You guys know who you are. I want to shout out the very people that have supported me from the beginning, that's been here for a very long time, and also the newcomers, right? Showing you videos like this on how the pattern just comes full circle should get you very excited about some of the things coming in the future, right? When you can be so on top of a riddle that the number that you're specifically highlighting plays out in the halftime score, it gives people an opportunity to jump back in there at halftime throughout the game on positive ROI, great return on your investment, aggressively attacking responsible lines, and not having to chase, you know, huge money line games like some other communities and some other platforms promote very irresponsibly, right? Very idiotic strategies and methods to try and go about gaining a win. Uh, we do it differently over here, and we prove that there's definitely levels to what we're doing, and this is just another amazing example of, you know, of that exactly. So if you're in here, click that like button. Make sure this video gets out. Share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Post it on your social medias. Reach out to us on our social medias. If you're not already a member of the community, the link for my Patreon is in the description, where we do amazing work just like this breakdown that you've just seen, right? Um, you can also go on my Patreon and backtrack all of my work. There's never been a post that's been deleted. There's never been a pic that's been deleted. This channel, this YouTube channel, there's never been a video that's been, you know, deleted. There's never been a post that has been deleted, and you know, not everybody could say that, right? We're actually in the minority when it comes to things like that. We never delete a pic. We never delete a post. We never delete a play. Uh, all the evidence and anything we've done previous is available for people to go fact check and verify for themselves 100%. So you know, on that note, enjoy the rest of your night. I'm glad I was able to come back and show you guys you know, more clear and more in depth on why this was such an amazing riddle tonight for the Washington Wizards to defeat the Brooklyn Nets, and why everybody in the community should have been on top of this. So salute to you guys. And as we love to say on this channel, my channel, it's kind of like our slogan now: Gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Salute. For those of you not familiar, my name is Victor. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Make sure that you guys continue to support those people who genuinely support you. Show love, and love will be returned. Put out the energy that you want to receive, and pay attention to the, and be very aware of the people you do choose to support. Right. Be very cautious. There's a lot of fraudulent activity going on uh, all throughout, you know, the world in general. So just be very aware of the people that you choose to support. Ask questions. Pay attention to not only what's being said, but what people do and how they carry themselves. Characteristics and character in general are very important attributes, you know, to a person. So yeah, on that note, have a good night. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something from the video, and I look forward to bringing you guys more content. Yeah, on that note, my Instagram is in the description as well. That's MRFUTUR, the number 3, and S on Twitter and Instagram, which are the easiest ways to reach me and get a hold of me. And yeah, I look forward to bringing you guys more amazing content and more Gematria success, and proving once again on a pretty daily basis and very consistently how important Gematria is to sports betting, sports handicapping, and just you know, showing you these games are predetermined prior to the, you know, to tip off. All right. So just another NBA example. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And salute, salute. We're gonna get up out of here. Take care. Let me check in with the chat real quick before I get out of here. Mr. Lee. Uh, how you doing, Mr. Lee? How many picks can I expect a month on the top tier? I mean, we do pretty much daily break, daily decodes, daily picks. But on a more serious level, we have no problem uh, taking a day off. We never force a play. However, on the top tier, you do get additional plays that other subscriptions do not have access to, while also being able to take advantage of strategy calls with me. To kind of let me figure out and get on the same page on which games you're loving, what additional plays you're looking to attack, etc., etc., etc. Right? There's a lot of advantages from having that top tier, and you definitely get what you pay for. Um, I've never heard a negative remark when it comes to anybody that's on that specific tier. So salute to you for inquiring. I really, really appreciate that. He says, Mr. Lee says, I'm on a guy's Patreon. Zach pushes, but he only pushes high money lines. Yeah, that's a very, very bad, strategy, and it's a very, very bad, you know, way in which to attack these games. We definitely never go beyond the 175 minus 175 favorite line. We like to stay within a positive threshold to get great returns on your money, which I remind you makes our winning streaks even that more impressive, right? Because we don't chase wins, we don't chase irresponsible money line games, minus 200, minus 250, minus 300 money lines just to get a win. That's what we never do. We like to stay within a great range, and once again, once you become a member, you'll be able to see exactly what we're doing, and the kind of things that we're able to accomplish, right, with the disciplines and the strategies that we've been doing for the last 2 to 3 years going on now. So appreciate you for joining me, man. Get that like in there, and yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you have any more questions. But yeah, I mean, get on it before the price goes up. Yesterday's price is not going to be tomorrow's price, guys, and that's the slogan my guy Fat Joe said, and it's definitely ringing true, right? It's a very, very reasonable price. The minimum subscription of a show love tier, where you get daily decodes. But yeah, you know, hopefully that answered your question, and have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Take care.